Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. This video is made for everyone. Now, I'm gonna need your help because I want this video to be an educational type of stacking strategy video for these new stackers. So if you are a new stacker, then search through the comments of this video because other more experienced stackers will hopefully help you out. If you have any questions, post it in the comments and hopefully one of my subscribers that has been stacking for a while can give you some tips. Because yes, silver is the safest, smartest investment. Doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to make a lot of money. You could still make very, very terrible decisions and lose a lot of money, make bad purchases, impulse buying, panic selling, still real stuff. So I'm going to share some tricks and tips and some stuff I learned along the way over the last 7 years. But hopefully, I mean, some of you guys have been stacking a lot longer than me, have a lot more knowledge than me. So let's try to help these new stackers out. And I want this video to be about that. So make sure you like this video because liking and commenting helps the video grow dramatically. I want a lot of new stackers to see this video. So then in return, they can get the most advice and help as possible from you guys. It's how we do, right? You guys taught me, so now I give back. And then these new stackers in a couple of years will be helping other new stackers once they are old stackers, right? This cycle continues. We all help each other out. I'm also doing a 45,000 subscriber giveaway. The entry video is still open, so you better go enter it before it's too late and you didn't get a chance to win some free silver. I also started a clothing line for silver stackers called AG47 Apparel. Go to slayersmerch.com or check out the link in the description. So before we start talking about strategies, we have to talk about the stacker, right? Why are you stacking silver? I want you to answer these questions as I go along. Why are you stacking silver? Is it hedge against inflation? Is it a hobby? Is it because Wall Street Silver told you so? Is it because you're starting to understand you need to protect your wealth against inflation? I mean, depending upon why you're stacking will depend upon a couple different things. Another question. What is your exit strategy? What's your time frame of selling? Right? What goals do you have? What's your financial situation? You don't have to tell someone, you don't have to give that type of information, but everyone is so individual when it comes to their strategy because people have different financial situations, have different amounts of income coming in, planning on selling in different time frames, having different goals, different reasons they stack, right? It's so unique and individualized, which is a beautiful thing, but it also makes it hard to make a video and give every one of you guys advice coming from one perspective because what works for me might not work for you because I don't know your situation. But I can come from a universal perspective and I can tell you guys stuff that I wouldn't recommend, stuff that didn't work for me. And if you can relate or you have a similar situation, then, take it or leave it. So in the beginning, I always tell beginners, buy cheap silver. Buy as much cheap silver as you can. In return, that will lower your dollar per ounce average. The average amount of money you pay for spot price throughout your stack. If you're buying a lot of high premium silver, then your dollar per ounce average is probably extremely high, meaning you could have got a lot more silver for a lot cheaper, but you picked some more collectible coins, which in return, at the end of the day could pay off. But I still think it's safest to just start with standard bullion. Start with your generic rounds. Start with American Eagles, Maple Leafs, stuff where it's as close to spot price as possible. That's always the best go-to. If I was to tell someone confidently something that they should do, I would say buy American Eagles, the most recognizable coin in the world. You can take an American Eagle to any third world country, wherever you want, and they will recognize that as something of value. They might not know there's 1 ounce of silver inside of it, but they would know that is a coin worth of value. Can't do that with any other coin. It's silver. The silver's supposed to be liquid, and if you're talking about trading, an American Eagle is definitely your best bet, especially bartering. So we got down, kind of the direction you want to go in the beginning. So now it comes the market side of things. How are you taking in information? Are you investing for, more of a marginal thing? Are you going to be trying to quick flip these coins, sell them, do giveaway, or are you going to try to be hosting live auctions on YouTube or Reddit or the Silver Forum and trading high premium coins for other coins, or trading even between the gold to silver ratio? Or are you going to be buying gold as well? Or are you just going to buy it and throw it away, throw it in your vault or your stack or your safe or whatever, and just don't touch it? This will depend the type of silver you want to branch off into. Because yes, I said buy American Eagles in the beginning, but that doesn't mean you always have to stay buying American Eagles. I would say after you have a steady foundation, what you feel comfortable with is a lot of ounces, you can diversify. You can start buying some slabbed pandas like I do, or whatever you want. It's still smart to diversify because you'll be protecting yourself against spot price in doing so. If you only have American Eagles, then you have pegged your entire stack dependent on spot price. But what if spot price stays the same for 20 years, which would likely not happen? But if spot price stays $28 or is $28 in 20 years when you plan to sell, that means your stack has literally appreciated $0. You're depending your entire stack upon spot price. But if you have some slabbed pandas, some higher premium coins, they grow in value regardless of spot price. So in 20 years, even though the American Eagles still might be $28 an ounce, those pandas will probably quintupled in value. So it does protect you against spot price. But regardless, I highly, highly, highly doubt spot price will be $28 in 20 years. And it might not even go off dollars because the dollar might not even last 20 more years. So, it's just take it or leave it, like I was saying. Where you buy silver from? Where do you buy silver from? APMEX, JM Bullion, Provident Metals, Modern Coin Mart, SD Bullion. Where? I always tell people this, and this is the truth. 95% of silver stackers buy from one of 5 places, or, they go between these. The ones I just said, JM Bullion, Provident Metals, Modern Coin Mart, APMEX, SD Bullion. Most people buy from one of those places. You want to know why? Because you're guaranteed that your silver is going to arrive. If there was a problem with shipping or got lost in transit, they will refund you or reship your coins. If the condition is messed up, they will refund you or reship your coins. You don't have to worry about the silver being fake or anything. Have a huge diverse selection. It's very convenient. If you buy on eBay or Craigslist, if the coin's condition isn't up to what the picture showed, you're screwed. There might be a no refund or no return policy. Probably not a high selection because these are individual stackers you're buying from instead of a global, a silver, It's just, it's really up to you, though, because the prices may be cheaper. So are you willing to risk that no refund policy? I've gotten screwed over before buying a 2013 MS-70 Panda, and the coin didn't come as described. It had a milk spot on it. I might as well busted that coin out the slab and sold it for a raw panda or whatever spot price was, because that's what it basically was at that point. So I learned my lesson. I don't buy from just random individual sellers that have not many seller ratings. I check out the person, check out how long they've been selling, all that. If I would buy from an individual investor, when I'm buying a lot of silver or spending a lot of money, I always buy from big bullion dealers. And that's just common sense, right? So now is the tricky part. It's so easy to buy. It's so easy to go on APMEX and click buy. But it's not so easy to sell. Selling's a whole different ballgame. Actually, you can't really go wrong buying. No matter, even if you buy a bad coin, it's still silver. But the one thing you can do wrong when you are stacking silver is sell it wrong. Imagine you bought silver at $30 when the Wall Street silver frenzy was going on. So everyone buying silver. So your spot price, your dollar per ounce is around $30. Probably around 40 because American Eagle's around $40 right now. And let's say when silver went down to $27.50, you panicked, you freaked out, and you sold. So you actually lost a lot of money because it was below $27.50, and you paid probably $42, $43 with shipping. So that's a big difference. You almost lost a lot of money, like a lot. Think of that. It's nearly half of what you paid. Impulse buying and panic selling is serious. We're living in very sensitive, very chaotic, very extreme times, so our emotions are high and we make irrational decisions. If you understand silver's true value, you don't got to worry about panic selling because you won't sell it regardless, because you know the spot price will go back up in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. And look what happened. It did. But the new investors that don't know that haven't, had their turn around the ring, they're not used to this. They're not used to seeing prices dropping or what that means or how long it will happen or what degree will it go down to. They don't know any of this because they're not experienced, right? Yeah, they haven't experienced that stuff yet. So that's why I try to make videos like this where in the comment section, some more experienced stackers can help out the newcomers. Because if I could save you from one of my mistakes, then at least my mistake was worth something, So, that's just stuff you got to think about. Where are you going to sell to? Are you going to sell in person at your local coin shop, or are you going to sell on eBay? Selling is a little complicated. You're not going to be able to sell your high premium silver to your local coin shop. He's going to ask you spot price for it. But Silver Slayer, I paid $45 for this panda. Why would he only buy it off me for spot price? Because he's going to look at you and say, I don't care how pretty that coin is. I don't care how many were minted. I don't care how rare or special it is. I'm buying that coin for the 1 ounce side of it, not how pretty it looks. That's why you don't sell pandas to local coin shops. You're going to be selling pandas on eBay where you're cutting out the middleman, because the local coin shop is also a business. He still has to make a profit, right? So you want to sell it to the direct customer, cutting out the middleman, and that is on eBay, turning yourself into your own business, right? You're stacking your silver and you're basically investing in all this stuff. And if you're going to sell one day, some of you might not even be selling, you're going to be turning yourself into your own business. So what I recommend, make an eBay page now. Even if you don't plan on selling for 20 years, just start. Just make an account, whatever name you want to be, Slayer's Coins or whatever, for me at least. And then start slowly selling right now. Like 1 coin a month, or 1 coin every 2 months, or 1 coin every 3 months. Because by the time you are ready to sell, at least you'll have an outlet to do so. Imagine if you have 500 ounces of silver and you're ready to liquidate, but you can't sell to your local coin shop because you have a lot of high premium stuff. You think you're going to just make an eBay account in one day, list all your silver on there, and someone's going to think you're legit? No. Would you buy from someone that has no seller ratings that just created their account? No. You need to build some reputation on eBay. So if you've been selling for 10 years, even if it's just a couple ounces a month, you're going to have a lot of seller ratings, a lot of experience, and it's going to be, you could sell that 500 ounces probably with the snap of a finger. You got to think ahead, 2 steps ahead. Before I even buy a coin on AppMex, in my head, I'm thinking about how I can sell that coin. How easy is it going to be to sell that coin? Save me from a lot of bad purchases. But then you have to think even further. If you are going to be selling on eBay, it's going to be a lot of work. 3-4 pictures per listing. Let's say you have 500 ounces. 3 to 4 pictures per listing. So do 500 times 4. Do the math. That's a lot of pictures on your cell phone. You'll have to be uploading to eBay. Writing out a description for each one of those coins. Do the math. That's a lot of typing. Responding to all these different customers and and all the claims of people saying their packs didn't arrive or the coin. You have to all go through all that. Plus, you have to pay the PayPal fees, the eBay fees. You have to go to the post office and ship out all this silver. It can be a lot of work. A lot of work. Some people don't want to do all that work. I remember I got an email from someone saying, Slayer, like, I'm ready to sell some of my silver, and selling on eBay was a nightmare. I really didn't think about how big of a job this would be. And he's like, I wish I would have just started slowly selling, because he was older, on the older side. He was buying silver once it was very cheap. He was ready to liquidate and just retire, move on. So he just said he wishes he would have started selling a lot earlier than suddenly all at once and having to do all this work. Because selling 500 ounces of silver over a span of 2 or 3 years would be a lot easier than trying to do it over over 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to think about all that stuff. So anyways, I just want to make this video to bring out the reality of silver stacking. I'm not trying to scare you away. I promise you will adjust, you will adapt, and it's really not going to be that hard as long as you have a rational mind in your brain, which hopefully most of you guys do. And if you're stacking silver, you probably do. So just think about this stuff, right? You don't want to be putting off your strategy on the side. Think about this stuff. When I make these videos, think about it. And that's why watching my videos on a daily basis is a great thing, because every single day, even if you're not thinking about your stack, you're hearing silver stacking strategy. You're taking in information, and subconsciously that is going to affect the way you invest. And that's why people that don't watch any type of silver content, to just buy silver, sell it randomly, they don't have the same type of I guess the odds aren't in their favor like they are with you, right? You're always tweaking things, even if you're not thinking about it. You are, because you're taking in information. Then when you go to make the next purchase or whatever, you have that subconscious information, and it could affect the way you stack. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Like I said, if you're new, don't be afraid to ask questions. We've all been there. We've all had the same questions that you've had. Hopefully, some of the OG stackers will help you out. Just do everything in a respectable manner. Remember that some of us have been stacking a lot longer or a lot shorter than others, and we're all on the same team, so let's just all be nice to each other. I'm going to wrap this video up here. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to comment as well. It helps the video grow. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.